Welcome to Celebrity Reports, the place where we dive deep into the fascinating world of celebrities and uncover the stories behind the headlines. At 75, Linda Thompson finally opens up on Elvis Presley. The truth will leave you in tears. For decades, fans of the King have wondered about the private side of Elvis's life, particularly those years when he shared his world with Linda Thompson. Known to many as a beauty queen and later a talented songwriter, Linda spent 4 crucial years with Elvis in the mid-1970s, a period marked by both glamour and turbulence. Until now, she has always spoken with measured grace, often holding back certain details, protecting the image of the man she once loved deeply. But in her latest interview, she decided the time had come to set the record straight, to share not just the highlights of their romance, but the heartache, laughter, and tenderness that defined their relationship. Linda recalls their first meeting in vivid detail. She was just 22, newly crowned Miss Tennessee, when she was invited to an after-party in Memphis. Elvis, larger than life yet disarmingly warm, immediately noticed her. She described the moment as electric, saying his presence filled the room in a way that was almost indescribable. But what struck her most was not his fame, it was his vulnerability. Behind the rhinestones and the spotlight, she said, was a man searching for comfort, someone who longed to be understood. Their relationship quickly blossomed. Elvis would often surprise her with late-night drives around Memphis, pulling over at diners or simply parking near the Mississippi River just to talk. Linda shared how those quiet conversations revealed a softer side of the superstar, his doubts, his dreams, and his loneliness. People thought he lived on top of the world, she said. But in truth, he carried a heavy heart. He wanted simple things: love, stability, and peace. Still, being with Elvis meant living in a whirlwind. Linda recounted how the Graceland gates rarely offered privacy, with fans waiting day and night, hoping to catch a glimpse of their idol. Despite the chaos, she remembers Elvis being deeply affectionate, writing little notes, leaving roses by her bedside, and even serenading her on nights when the world felt overwhelming. He could be the most romantic man on earth, she smiled softly. But at the same time, he wrestled with demons no one could fully understand. One of the most touching stories Linda shared involved a Christmas Eve when Elvis insisted on delivering gifts to children in local hospitals. She remembered how his eyes lit up when handing toys to kids, many of whom didn't even realize who he was. That was Elvis in his purest form, she said, giving, generous, and full of heart. But as the years went on, the pressures of fame and the constant demands of his career began to take a toll. Linda admitted there were times she felt helpless, wishing she could take away the burdens that weighed him down. Their love was strong, but the intensity of Elvis's world was something no one could fully escape. Eventually, their paths parted, but not without a deep and lasting bond. Leaving him was the hardest thing I ever did, she confessed. But I knew he needed to find his own way. I never stopped caring, and I never stopped loving the man behind the legend. Now at 75, Linda says she feels peace in sharing her truth. She wants fans to remember Elvis not just as a superstar, but as a human being, someone who laughed, cried, and loved deeply. With tears in her eyes, she admitted that even after all these years, she still dreams about him. Elvis was my first great love, she said. He will always hold a place in my heart that no one else can fill. Her words remind us that behind every famous face lies a human story, one filled with the same joys and struggles that touch us all. For Linda, opening up now isn't about revisiting old wounds. It's about celebrating a love that defined a part of her life, and about giving fans one final glimpse into the heart of the man who changed music forever.